Okay, so you sent over this report from XR1 AI, right? And it's all about real-time AI
Yeah,
and how it's giving businesses like this whole new edge.
it's huge.
So let's dive into this because I'm really curious.
Absolutely.
We always talk about staying ahead of the curve,
Right.
and this seems like the key.
It really is. It's about, moving away from that old way of just using historical data
Right.
and instead using AI to look at what's happening right now in the moment.
It's like instead of looking in the rearview mirror, we've got this AI co-pilot now
Exactly. That's a great way to put it.
helping us see what's coming down the road.
Yes. And the report, it really hits on this whole thing about speed
Okay.
because it's not enough to just, keep up anymore.
Right.
You've got to be like anticipating and acting before the competition even knows what's happening.
So how does AI actually do that?
Well, there's so many examples, but one that's really interesting is how retailers are using AI for dynamic pricing.
Dynamic
Mm.
pricing. Okay, break that down for me.
Basically, AI algorithms are looking at everything, customer demand,
Mm-hmm.
competitor pricing, even like what's trending on social media.
Oh, wow.
And then they use that to adjust prices in real time throughout the day to maximize profits.
Wait, so are you saying that the price of, like, I don't know, a pair of shoes online could change, like, multiple times a day
Yeah, like all the time, potentially.
based on all those factors?
Exactly. It's kind of like those stock tickers that are constantly fluctuating.
Okay.
But instead of stocks, it's like the price of products.
That is wild.
Yeah.
That's actually happening.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The report gives some real concrete examples of this.
Okay. That's amazing.
Another cool one is in manufacturing with predictive maintenance.
Okay.
So they're using AI to analyze all the sensor data from equipment,
Uh-huh.
and they can actually predict potential failures before they even happen.
See, that's huge for those industries.
Huge.
Because if a machine goes down unexpectedly, it's like game over.
Exactly. It costs a ton of money
Right. Yeah.
and lost time. So instead of reacting to a problem after the fact, businesses can now, get ahead of it.
So it's almost like having the sixth sense for your business.
Right. Exactly. And it's not just about numbers. Like AI is getting really good at understanding things like customer sentiment.
Okay.
It can spot weird stuff in your data, like
Mhm.
anomalies, things that seem off.
Right.
And it can even kind of give you a glimpse into future trends.
It's like having that superpower we all want.
Yes, exactly.
It's like AI is reading the tea leaves of data.
Right. And this report, it goes even deeper, though. It looks at how real-time AI is actually impacting different departments.
Okay. Because it's not just about knowing when a machine's going to break, it's changing how every part of a business works.
Exactly. So think about marketing and sales, for example.
Okay.
They're using real-time AI now to analyze customer behavior, market trends, even what the competition's doing.
Right.
And it helps them adjust their marketing campaigns, constantly to make sure they're working.
So instead of waiting weeks to see if a campaign is a hit or miss, they know right away.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this constant feedback loop.
That's incredible.
And customer service, too. Think about those AI chatbots that are everywhere now.
Yeah.
They're getting so much better at handling all those basic questions people have.
Right.
So the human agents, they can focus on the really complicated stuff,
Mhm.
the things that actually need a person's touch.
Makes sense. It frees them up for the important stuff.
Right, exactly. And it's not just those departments either. Operations and supply chain, that's another big one.
Okay, yeah, that's fascinating to me. How do they use it there?
So they're using real-time AI to track inventory, see where everything is,
Uh-huh.
optimize their delivery routes, like if there's traffic or bad weather, it can adjust.
So it's like having this super smart air traffic controller for your deliveries.
Right, exactly. And it can even predict potential problems before they happen, like if a shipment's going to be delayed.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then there's finance. That's a department where real-time info is crucial.
Oh, for sure. No more waiting for the end of the month to see how you did right.
Exactly. They're using AI now for instant fraud detection, automated reports, all sorts of stuff.
It's like having your own 24/7 financial advisor.
Totally. And what's really cool is that AI is even changing HR now, too.
Really? Okay, because AI isn't just about numbers, it's about people too.
Exactly. They're using it for, talent scouting, figuring out who the best candidates are,
Huh.
personalizing training programs for employees,
Uh-huh.
even gauging how everyone's feeling, like their morale.
How did he do that?
Sentiment analysis, they call it.
Mhm.
AI can pick up on cues in text and communication.
Wow. So we've gone from robots on the factory floor to AI in the HR office. It's really touching every part of a business.
Right. It's amazing.
But how do businesses actually, put all this into practice? I mean, it's one thing to talk about it, but it's got to be hard to actually do, right?
Well, luckily, that's another thing this report is great about. It gives a lot of advice from people who are already using this technology.
Okay, perfect. Because I know our listeners are going to want to know this. So, what do the experts say? How do you make AI work for you?
Well, the first thing is, you need a good strategy. Don't just jump into AI because everyone else is.
Right. It's like building a house. You wouldn't start with the paint color. You need the foundation first.
Exactly. Figure out why you want to use AI, what you're hoping to achieve with it.
What problems are you trying to solve?
Right. And make sure it fits with your overall goals as a business.
Okay, makes sense. What else?
The next thing is, well, data. AI is only as good as the data you feed it, you know?
Garbage in, garbage out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You need to make sure you have the right data.
Okay.
High quality,
Hmm.
relevant, and it has to be organized in a way that AI can actually use it.
So it's not just about having a ton of data. It's about having the right data.
Right. Yeah, it has to be AI ready, basically.
Got it. Okay, so strategy, data, what else?
The people.
Yeah.
You got to have the right people to make it all work.
Right?
You got to invest in AI talent, train your current team, or hire new people who really know this stuff.
Yeah, because even the smartest AI system is useless if no one knows how to use it.
Exactly. And once you've got those things in place, you got to start small. Don't try to do everything at once.
Okay, take it slow.
Yeah, test things out with pilot projects, see what works, learn from your mistakes, and then you can start scaling things up.
So it's like dipping your toes in the water before you jump in the deep end.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm,
And speaking of being careful, you got to think about the ethical side of things too.
that's important.
Yeah, because technology is only part of the equation, right? We got to make sure we're using AI responsibly.
Okay, so how does the report address that? Because that's something we always need to be thinking about, right?
Yep.
Yeah, like we were saying, AI Copilot is great,
Right.
but we still need someone responsible behind the wheel.
Exactly. And the report, it really stresses that. Businesses have got to be open about how they're using AI
Right.
and make sure those systems are fair,
Uh-huh.
not biased,
Yeah.
and that they respect people's privacy.
Yeah.
It's all about building trust,
Yeah.
making sure this tech is used for good.
Right. Because at the end of the day, technology, it should be helping us,
Absolutely.
not creating a whole bunch of new problems
Yeah.
or making the old ones worse.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's something our listeners, they should really keep in mind as they're, learning about all this.
Definitely.
Real-time AI, it's powerful, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Could really change the way businesses work, but
It
it's not magic.
right. It's not a quick fix.
Exactly. So you got to be thoughtful about it, ask the tough questions,
For sure.
and use it in a way that helps everybody,
Absolutely.
not just, the bottom line.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So there you have it, everyone, our deep dive into real-time AI.
Really interesting stuff.
It's changing everything from how we shop
Right.
to, like you said, even how we manage people.
Mhm.
And it seems like the possibilities are just going to keep growing.
Oh, for sure. This is just the beginning.
But like we talked about, it's not just about the tech itself.
Right.
It's how we use it.
Responsibly.
Exactly.
Right.
So that AI can help businesses and
Yeah.
help people,
Absolutely.
make things better for everyone.
I agree.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive.
It flew by.
We hope you learned a lot,
Yeah. Thanks for listening, everyone.
and we'll see you next time.